on Open Road. This will take a few minutes and we'll get you on your way. The first thing to show is the Show Import section. This enables you to import tour history from your agent in a CSV file or Excel file. It's fairly simple. You would click on Show Import. You have two different types of imports. One is an API import, which means that we're going to be pulling in shows specifically right now just from Bandsintown. So that's for future shows. That's a really easy way to import them. You can import future shows as an Excel file also, though I imagine most of you probably won't do that, but if you want more complete information, you certainly can do that. I think most of you probably would be using this file import to bring in your tour history. So you would come here and click on configure your file import. You're going to put your date format, whatever that is in your spreadsheet. The system's pretty good about checking and altering date format if necessary. But if it's month, month, day, day, year, 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 put that in here. Import with errors, that simply means that you're importing, if you have a big file and there are some errors, it will import all the shows that don't have errors. And then the ones that do have errors, it'll show them line by line so that you can edit them individually and still import them. If you leave this unchecked, what will happen is the whole file will be rejected if there are any errors. So I suggest leaving this checked. Import virtual means a show that didn't have a specific market to it, was a virtual show, like a streaming show. If you want those brought in, you can click this. And then import duplicates is related especially to future shows if you're importing those. But in the past, if you had multiple shows on one day, then you want to leave this checked because it's basing the duplicate check on the date of the show. If you didn't have if your tour history is a pretty solid file and you didn't have any shows on the same day, then you can leave this checked if you're concerned that there might be multiple, let's say you're bringing in multiple files that might have some of the same dates in the tour history, you might want to leave this checked. Exclude from journal exports. This is for your business manager. If you're bringing in a tour history, I would leave this box checked so that your business manager doesn't have to exclude or sort through all of the past shows that you've dealt with. The journal exports are for them to export financial information related to the shows that you have recently settled. Exclude from reconciliation, also a business manager feature. This allows the business manager to reconcile current settled shows with the agency statement. So if you're bringing in tour history, you want to leave this box checked also. So once you have all those settings, you click Save, and now you've configured. When it's time to import, you click on Import Shows, download this schema file right here, which is a CSV file in the format of the system, and you can match up your tour history columns with these and then save it. And once you've saved that file, then you can click Import Shows and actually load up the file, and it will match all the fields. API import, this is for importing shows from Bandsintown. So if you want to get the framework of a show, the date, the venue, the city state, and save some time for your tour manager or your settler as they're settling shows, you can set this up. So again, you configure API import, you would choose Bandsintown. The artist key, I'm using this country band Little Big Town as an example, but if you search Bandsintown and then the name of your client, there will be a number that shows up here in the URL. Grab that number and paste it into the artist key. And then same, import with errors. You want to leave that checked. It then will show you what errors you have. Import virtual is any upcoming streaming show. Import duplicates, I would leave this unchecked. Exclude from journal exports means that you don't want them included for the business manager, and same with reconciliation. You don't want to exclude these, so leave these unchecked. All right, and then you'll hit save here, and then you will go to import shows. and you put the date range that you want. So I already imported through the 11th, but let's say we'll go through July 30th. We'll import shows. And it's showing us that because we decided not to do duplicates, that there are already some duplicates in here. So these are all the rejected ones because they already exist in the system. If I click added and get rid of rejected, then it shows me that we just brought in 2 shows. All right. So that's it for the imports. You can always click on past imports and see the files that you've imported. I did 2 of these today, so they're both showing here, and you can always click view to go back in and see them. So that's show import. Show export. This is if you want to clear out the shows from the system. You can, let's say we want to go back to 01, let's say 2019, and we want to go through today. You click export shows, and you get this CSV file, and it's going to include everything that's in the system for that show, every single field. So if you want to manipulate the data in some way that the system does not have a feature for, you can export, and then you've got it in Excel or CSV format, and you can manipulate the data as you wish. Users, this section is for adding users to the system. Again, this is only visible to admins, but let's say that you want to add an agent. So you would say add the person here, put their name in here, and then position. This is your industry position. So let's say this is the agent. Settler, if you check this box, this is for the people on the road who are actually settling the shows. So you would check this in that case. This, whoever's marked settler, there will be some emails that they're able to get letting them know if a show settlement is past due, or giving them tips in the future for how they could better settle a show. But for an agent, obviously they are not a settler, so I'm going to hit save on this. And now we've added Becky as an agent, and she's doesn't have any particular role as an admin or a settler, so there's nothing here under role, but position is agent. And you can add all the members of your team here. If you want to transfer the admin away from you to someone else at some point, you can click this button and it'll take you through the process. You would choose the one of the users that's currently in the system. Notifications. Right now, there's only one email notification, and it's a notification that the show settlement has been submitted. By default, the people who get added to the system will get these emails. You, as the admin, can set what you want to happen initially. So if we want this person, Corey Skyman, to get an email with the show settlement, we can click that and then click save, and gives you the notice that it's been saved. If this person also has the choice to override your default settings, and if they chose to turn it off, you will see a little red note here that says opted out. There will be more emails that are added to the system as it develops, so just keep checking back here to see what those are. And then the last thing is billing. Billing is either monthly or yearly, and when you choose one of these options, it will take you into the Stripe portal where you would put in your credit card and hit submit. All that is maintained in Stripe. It looks like a seamless experience, but the credit card processing is all run there. We don't store anything in the OpenRoad system. So that's everything: show, export, import, user settings, notifications, and billing. Thanks for watching.